I got a little time before work. Thought I'd come out here and start on this this duct work for the central heat and air. Just using these number 12 by 3/4. I cut out all these holes for the vents with an angle grinder with a cutoff wheel. I just set them in, mark on the inside, and cut them out just a little bigger so that it would fit. Screwed them in. Same the ends. All right, kind of lay them out. Get an idea here of what's going to go on. All right, so right there's the air handler with the like valve, so you kind of control the flow. That'll down up there, and then they'll just kind of continue along like that. All these are going to point towards the longer, towards this side of the room. And that last one's going to point that way rather than, because it's going to be right up in there. It's going to be real close to this wall. A couple of spots where I guess I brushed up against this galvanized ducting while it was sweating like crazy. Imagine that, over 100-degree heat, and I'm sweating here in Central Texas. I'm just going to use a little WD-40 in this rag. I'm just sort of spraying it on and rubbing the areas just to kind of knock down that little bit of sort of corrosion almost. It's a little better, and that'll help protect it. counter close. Should be good enough to try and fit this. All right, got the thing pretty level. Coming up in the loft area. Take a quick look at that. It's kind of dirty, the window, but kind of got a cool view out of this little loft guest room. Yeah. I think my drywall needs to be trimmed back a hair. And it's crooked. Yep, definitely crooked. I think it's a touch low. Woo! It's hot. I realize what was good on a couple of the others where they cut it with the torch. You can see right here. So I'm gonna take, I've got a little angled die grinder with a flat disc, sanding disc. I'm gonna smooth out that. There's a couple other spots I'll hit. I'll probably just go around the whole thing a little bit, and then but definitely hit that big old area of slag. And then that way it should slide in a little easier. I was really having problems, so hopefully, I just got called to work here a little while ago, so I gotta go get ready and head that way. Try and pick this up tomorrow and start installing these. All right, getting back out here, start getting this duct. Went up real easy once I got, use this Milwaukee angled die grinder. This thing works great. I use it for a lot of automotive stuff. Just getting in there and deburring like the edges you can see right there. It sort of will get like slag from where they cut it. And anyway, I think it's gonna look real good. I'm gonna use a plumb bob to find where to mount these to the ceiling. And I got my all thread, some bolts, nuts, and then this here, this is a storm color, I believe it was called, and that's going to seal the little gap right there around the where it goes through the sheetrock there. And I took and cut these little blocks of wood out of some 1x. Just found my angle. And those are gonna go like this for the vaulted ceiling. All right. So this is what I got to mount these brackets, these 1/4-inch lag bolts. I'm gonna go make sure I catch ceiling joists with the one of them, and the other one will just go into that 3/4-inch tie and groove ceiling we put up. So I'm definitely gonna I'm hoping I'm just gonna use a 1/4-inch drill bit, drill out these holes, and hopefully it doesn't split this wood. That's what I'm hoping for. So what I'm gonna do is use this plumb bob. That's really close. Now, I wasn't sure how I'm gonna tell the very tip top center. I thought, well, if I let this plumb bob sort of swing around, and wherever it touches the top of the spiral duct should be pretty close. So let's see. All right, well, not sure. It's getting in the evening here, and the reason I mentioned the evening, I didn't really finish that thought, is because it's getting really dark in here. Well, it really started getting dark fast, and it really cooled off, so that's great, but I can't see in here now. Alright, I guess we'll call it quits for today again. I think I'll show y'all next part of the video. I think I'm gonna use a level to sit on top of the ducting to try and mark center. Just trying to get as close to center as possible. Well, it's another hot day here in Central Texas. Gonna take ceiling brackets, clean them up with some dish soap and a kitchen sponge. Just kind of scrub them, clean them up, get some oils off. You can see that one that I've been handling is already kind of rusting. Then we'll let them dry and spray a little primer on them and just some black or flat black. All right, I got paint drying on those brackets. Switch this scaffolding so that I could get a better angle on this, trying to get the center line. So I decided to take a level it out to help me mark that center there. See, it looks like to me like it needs to be moved over some. And then I'll use the plumb bob to find my spot up on the ceiling to mount the brackets. Found and marked my center point. It's the X on the left. And I'll switch over to the other side of the scaffolding, see if I can mark the center point for the ceiling for my brackets. All right, got the center marked. Now we just need to get those brackets all done and painted. Center it up, mount it up here. Take our brackets, put them on there. Put the all thread through them. All right, so I'm gonna line this up. It's basically an inch from the center of the where the down rod's gonna be to the screw. So we'll allow for that, so that one of these can be through a rafter. it's going to shift over from our center point. You'll see when I go up there. So basically, our center point is the mark on the left, but I'm going to shift this over an inch back so that this can basically, right there is where the ceiling joist is, so that that one screw can go into the ceiling joist, and that should line everything up. A couple pilot holes. And I got my holes drilled into these little blocks, so hopefully it doesn't, these blocks don't split. Now I'll measure for my down rod. 19 5/8. Got it measured out. I use my cutoff wheel on a angle grinder. Now we'll see how this fits. I'm going to use one nut up top to lock it into this. I'm going to use two on the bottom to lock the position where I can lock them together. You'll see. Thread. I wonder if it's crooked. Anyway, move these boards. Just let it drop down here. There we go. Put the level on it. See how we're looking. So that's pretty perfect. So then I'll tighten this down. Sort of lock it up top. And we'll take our other one. All right, sweet. I think it has an okay look to it. We'll take a step down, see what it all looks like. All right, I don't know where we left off on the video, but it's coming along nicely. Hopefully, before it gets too late, I can at least get a few more sections up and maybe one section to finish up. But I think it's coming along real nice. unscrew this bracket so I can free this up. Screw it in up top better. All right, get the third section up. This might cut it a little closer than I thought. Oh, I think it'll be all right on this fur down for the kitchen area. I think it's gonna be okay. Looks pretty straight. I need to clean up the slag. You're not gonna be able to see it just like that earlier piece. Better. Right here, where they trimmed it some of that slag came off. So we'll smooth that all out.